Tell me about yourself.
So my name is Ranjit Singh. I belong to Bhojpur district of Bihar. I did my early education from Ara, which happens to be the headquarter of my district. In 2012, I came to Kolkata for my engineering. I studied mechanical engineering and passed the same in 2016. Since then, I have been looking forward for the public sector unit. So for that, I have been appearing for several exams. At present, I am working as a special survey clerk in Department of Land Records and Survey.
Hmm.
This post is basically created for a special purpose of survey and settlement of the land in Bihar, which is
Hmm.
basically a project going on in Bihar for the redressal of the land disputes.
Hmm.
So at present, I'm working there. I'm looking forward for this opportunity to express myself. I'm very thankful for this opportunity.
Hmm. Hmm. Tell me about your family background.
So my family has my father, mother, and two elder brothers. So they are mainly my father is mainly involved in agriculture, and my two elder brothers are involved in private sector. They are working in private sector. One is in LIC, and one is working in telecom department, telecom sector, I would say, not department, telecom sector. So this is what my family is. The main source of income for my family is the agriculture, and whatever my elder brother earns. So this is what my family background is all about.
Okay, okay, okay. What is the reason for joining HPCL and not a technical firm?
Sir, HPCL itself is a technical firm which has its immense presence in India. It is present in from exploration to refining, and it is also producing so many products which are driving the nation for years. So it's a privilege and matter of pride for me to join an organization which has been serving nation for years. I believe HPCL as a mechanical engineer will give me ample opportunities to grow as an individual and as a professional. So I think there is no better option than HPCL for an engineer to start his career.
Okay, but HPCL is a oil company, not a technical firm.
Sir, it's a oil company, so basically it requires engineers, and I believe the eligibility of an engineer, mechanical engineer, is best suited for the several projects which are ongoing in HPCL. For example, there are so many infrastructural projects going on in HPCL for its upgradation, as well as there are so many departments where mechanical engineers are required for day-to-day operations. So I believe I will be very much a suited candidate for those posts where operation and infrastructure developments are going on.
Okay, okay. What motivates you at work?
So my past accomplishments which I have done at my workplace is always a big motivation factor for me. When I look at the faces of the people whom I have served, they are very satisfied and happy with my service, and the kind of gesture they show to me is always a big motivation for me.
Okay. Are you happy with your present job?
Sir, I'm happy in the sense that it has given me a financial stability for last 1.5 years, which was not earlier there. So in that sense, I'm very much satisfied with the kind of job I have got. But I believe as an engineer, this is not the ultimate thing I was looking for. Here, I am not unleashing my potential. I am not working with all my efforts. I mean, it's like my engineering is not at all utilized in this job. Though the knowledge of engineering is always huge, but as a mechanical engineer, I am not serving there. It's anyone, a graduate person could be at that post. So I believe my mechanical engineering is not at all utilized at that post. So I believe I need some other options or some other opportunity to look forward.
Okay, okay. You tell your economic problems there in a job. So tell me about your economic conditions of family.
Sir, as I said, my main source of income for my family is the agriculture. Whatever the cultivation is done, we just earn from that. And for last 1.5 year, as I am working in this department, so this has been a big boost for my family. But definitely in this job, I don't have a job security, as well as there is no growth. I will have to serve on the same post for years, even if the contract is extended. So the big thing is there is no job security. At the same time, as I said, my potential is not utilized at its best. So I don't think the finance is ever going to be compromised on that ground, that if my potential is not utilized, that's not going to make sense even whatever I am being paid. So I believe this is not at all going to be a best place for me forever. Definitely this is a temporary job, and I am there, and I will always be looking forward for the good opportunities. I'm not there for serving my whole life.
Okay, okay. What are your future goals?
So the short-term goal is to be an organization like HPCL, where I will grow as a person and professional. And definitely, once I am in the organization, I will look forward to become an asset for the organization. And I would like to prove my worth there, that I am a deserving person. And with my all efforts and hard work, I would like to take the organization to the new zenith. Apart from that, in long term, I would like to become a part of the decision making team which every organization have. So that would be my long term goal.
Okay, long-term goals. My next question is, when did you decide to go for this career?
So the thing is, when I was child, I was around, I would say, in class fifth. At that moment of time, one of my cousin brother became executive training engineer in NTPC, and at the same time, my class teacher was teaching about artificial things and natural things. So she told that the artificial things are created by engineer, and she actually introduced all the students with my cousin brother, that Ranjit's brother has become executive engineer, and like that you also have to become engineer. That time it has struck into my mind that I would like to become an engineer. And since then, if anybody asked me what do you want to become in your life, I simply used to say that engineer. So I mean, there is no motivation like that. It was just a thing that came into my mind. I want to become an engineer, and then I started working for this. And since then I started working on my science, physics, and all these things, so that I could become an engineer. So the motivation, it was not an motivation at all, I would say. It was something that first came to my mind, that I want to become engineer without any motivation. And
Okay,
then it like I started moving on that path.
okay. What does success mean to you?
So success mean success is, for me, is like at the end of my career or my life, everybody should remember me as a person who has served the organization with all its efforts, with all the ethical values, keeping up without any compromise with the work. So basically, I want to be remembered as a person of integrity after I complete my service.
Okay. What is your biggest strength and weakness?
So my biggest strength is that I believe in doing any work, being collaborated with a team, being a team member. I believe that responsibility should be shared, and everybody in the team should be given the due credit, whatever they deserve. So I believe in sharing the responsibility. At the same time, I believe in taking the responsibility and leading from the front. So that is my strength.
Okay. This is your strength and weakness.
So my weakness is, at a times I became too focused about a particular thing that I forget to do some other. For example, as I said, when I thought of being an engineer, I never explored the other options. I was so focused about the engineering, and still I am so focused about being in the public sector units, that I am still preparing for these exams and not looking for the other opportunities. So this thing I would like to change in myself, but definitely once I get stable in my life, then only I believe I could change this.
Okay. What position would you prefer while working on this project?
Sorry, sir, I didn't get you.
What position would you prefer while working on a project?
Sir, in the HPCL, I would love to be the part of HPCL in any of the job role. It's all about whatever the work role this HPCL provides to me, whatever they think that I can do justice to the work. So I'm always ready to take any of the job role which is given by the HPCL, because I believe they are the best judge who are there from the last 10 or 20 years. The senior members could be the best judge for me that at what role I would be suited. So I don't think that I would at present say what job role I prefer, but I am ready to take any of the job role which SPCL thinks that I deserves.
Okay, okay. Tell me about your interest.
So my interest is like I love to play cricket outside, and apart from that I also love to play badminton whenever there is a time permits me. I do play. And if I talk about the soft things, I write poems. My life experiences in poetic form. That is what my interest is.
Okay, so then what is your hobbies?
So it's same. Interest and hobbies, I believe, is the same for me. People, whatever likes is the hobby, whatever is the passion is the interest and hobby. Both things, I believe, are the synonym of one and other. So it's just the same.
Okay. Uh, why your CGPA is low in some subjects?
Sir, the CGPAR, I would say it's not
See,
that less. It's not that less. I would say I have performed above average in all the subjects. So I don't think that it's that much. There are
but
few
in
subjects in
some
which
few
I have
subjects you are
performed.
good marks,
Yes.
but some subjects you get less marks. What is the reason behind it?
Sir, that I could not remind of exactly what reasons would have been at that moment of time, but definitely it would have some lack of the confidence in answer writing, whatever I have wrote in the answer paper. After 4 or 5 years, I could not exactly remind what were the reasons, but I could only think of that as of now.
Okay, because you are in a secondary high education degree is 85%, and in the mechanical engineering you got 79% marks, 17 80% marks.
Sir, to be honest, this 79.99% is just because of the conversion formula we have got, and there is no clarification about this conversion formula. I mean, it's just about what traditionally we follow. There is no such conversion formula given by the university. So it's an arbitrary conversion that I have given to be on the safe side. So if we just multiply my DGPA with 10, it will become 87.4. So to be on the safe side, I have just converted it and written a little less.
Okay.